How's it going? I'm Jared Gillis. Welcome to another All About RVs. Today we're going to be talking about the modifications that we have made to our RV that we really enjoy. If you saw our last video or one of our recent videos, we were touring a bunch of RVs, a lot of them. And when we would come back to our RV at the end of the day, we really like our RV. And I think a big part of that is all the modifications that we have done to really make it our own and to fit us and for what we were wanting to make it comfortable for us. So I thought, let's make a list and let's see if we were to get a new rig or a different rig, what are some of those modifications that we would want to add on to the new one? And so I thought we'd share that list with you today. So the first one we have that we're going to talk about is solar. We don't have a massive system. It's just 400 watts mounted on the roof here. We have 200 watts more that we can put on the ground and place in the sun, tilt towards the sun if we wanted to. But it provides the opportunity to pull in the power from the sun when we're not parked in a place like this. Doesn't really matter here. We're plugged into power for now, but this is nice to generate some power when you're out there. But I'm assuming that that's not really any surprise to people out there. Modifying your rig to be able to have solar is very typical out there. But the other side of that equation, once you harvest the power, how to use it, the inverter that we have is very handy also. The ironic part about that is I'm thinking about modifying this area again. So this is our inverter. It's a 3000 watt pure sine inverter. We have our 2 lithium batteries there. I'd like to go up another 100 amp hours on the lithium batteries to 300 amp hours. And I would like to swap out our inverter to one of maybe Xantrex or Victron's inverters that they have. They have some great systems. So still continuing to mod this area, but it's a modification that definitely makes it more convenient for us in the RV. I should say that some of these modifications are because we're full-time in our rig and they're from that perspective. So having something like a strong cell booster that can keep you connected on the road is important to us, where it may not be as important for a weekend trip or a week-long trip. But a good cell booster is important to us. We actually don't have the booster permanently mounted on the rig. We set up for whatever we need in that circumstance. So if we're in a place that has zero cell service and the booster isn't even going to help, and the RV park has Wi-Fi, we'll use this to boost the Wi-Fi. I've done a whole video on this, but this year we've done almost exclusively using the booster with our hotspot. The combination of those two has just been great for consistency of being able to have that connection and that data that we need. This booster is by Solid RF. This one has the omnidirectional antenna outside and then the antenna inside to rebroadcast that signal. I'll probably actually end up doing a separate video on this booster. There's so many videos out there about the WeBoost, and this is a great competitor to that. So solid system works well for us. This is one that my wife absolutely loves. You know, happy wife, happy life. This is the SteadyFast system. It's kind of hard to see under here, but I like the SteadyFast system because it stabilizes our rig better when we're parked, taking away some of that shake, better and faster than anything else that we have used, better than X-Chocks or tripods or anything. So we just have these 3 spots where we go around and we can tighten these up, and it eliminates so much of that shake and sway in the RV when people are walking around. Of course, I'll put a link in the description to all the things that we're talking about. So this system, there's also another system that's very similar to it. It's the JT Strong Arm, very popular. People use that to basically do the exact same thing. The flies out here are killing me, so let's go inside and check out some of the other modifications. I think I'm gonna have to modify that thing with a hammer. This next one is actually underneath the kitchen sink, and it's the RO system that we have for our drinking water. But this is where we store the pressure tank and the filters and the membrane to make everything work, so that on top we just have a faucet to get clean water. That being said, having the RO system for most RVers may not be the best option, but we would do it again. For one, it wastes a lot of water. So if you go out boondocking, we just turn our system off, turn it on when we want to make water, but it does waste water to make clean water. Number 2, it takes just about everything out of the water. So Some people like to be able to put those minerals and those things that you should be getting in your water back into it. So that's easily overcome. You can add your own minerals to your water so that you have a balance of everything that you need. The third reason it may not be a good idea, really doesn't matter to us because we live in our rig full time, is winterizing it. This would be a pain to winterize, trying to get all the water out of the system, but that's not one that we have to worry about. So with all that, why would you want one? And it really comes down to simplicity, convenience, and quality of water. We always know that we're getting quality water out of this. We don't have to worry about what it's like at the RV park or what their water system is like. We always have good, clean water. We don't have a ton of water bottles that we're filling up, going to an RO station and having those all over the RV and where do you put them. And we don't have a big, bulky system that's on the counter that we have to fill up to get our filtered water. So like everything else, will be a link in the description to this one. I'll also put a link in the description to the Berkey because I know it's really popular with a lot of RVers. It just didn't work for us. So if you're looking for a water filter, those are a couple of good options to look at. Now, this next one, you guys are gonna think that we're all about comfort. This couch, when we added this couch and modified our slide to be able to accommodate it, was definitely something that I would do again. It is so comfortable, and with 3 out of 4 of us in the family being able to recline at the same time, it's something that I would either look for in an RV or I would do this modification again. Hands down, one of the most comfortable things we have done in our RV to date. This video isn't sponsored. We're not being paid to say anything in this video, but we do have a discount code. If you go to Rec Pro, you can enter that and you can get a discount if you're in the market for a couch. We've got a few more on the list outside. The tankless water heater absolutely has to be my wife's favorite modification we've done to the RV. Just the endless supply of hot water. As long as you have propane and you have water, you have hot water. This is the Gerard tankless water heater, and it's worked well for us. The other one that I would love to try out there is the Truma. This one is definitely cheaper than the Truma, but the Truma is a great product. If we were to get a new rig, I know this is the first thing that my wife would ask for. But let's look at 2 more things that are a little bit more functional and practical. This might be more of an add-on than a modification, but the Level Mate Pro. It's the little device that we put on the inside of the RV, and it tells us when we pull into a site how much we need to raise or lower the front or side to side. It helps us know what we need to do to level our rig. But I would even put this on a newer rig that had auto leveling, because if you pull into a place and let's say you're only gonna stay for 1 night, you can pull in and you're gonna stay connected to your tow vehicle, or if you're looking for the flattest spot so that you don't have to raise one side up super high or lift your tires off the ground, it can help you find the more level spot in the ground so that when you pull in, if you know, hey, I just need to pull a little bit farther forward, and it levels things out better, or if we need to move to the side, it helps you find that position so that your rig can already start off from a more level position. I hope that makes sense. It gives you that information in real time to help you level your rig quick. Now, one more that I should mention is our battery monitor. If you've watched this channel for a long time, you know that I talk about it a lot. This one gives you the battery monitor we have, the BMV 712. I like it because it gives us a lot of information really quick with the app. I know exactly what is going on with our batteries and the state of charge and how many amp hours we're down. It's just way better over the cheap indicator lights that they give you on most RVs. Well, I think that's gonna do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video of our list of modifications that we've done to our RV that we really enjoy. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you wanna see more, hit that subscribe button. And if we don't see you on the road, hopefully we will see you in the next video.